Hi, my name is Milan, and today I'm going to show you how you can actually get more qualified booking leads in your coaching, consulting, or course creator business. This also works if you are a brick and mortar business. So we're going to use the software called Convertmate.ai, and it actually shows how to set up a form. None of this requires any coding or anything like that. Super, super simple, and only takes 5 minutes or less to actually do this. Anyone can do this no matter what stage of business or tech experience they have. So ConvertMate does quite a lot of things, including getting more leads, nurturing and building relationship, following up with leads, accepting payments, and a lot of different other things in between. So today's focus would be to set up a form so people can put in their name, email, phone number. Then we are going to go ahead and create a calendar so they can actually fill out the calendar with the form. We can also ask customized question inside the form, information that we need to basically help them with whatever, to basically qualify the person. And finally, how you can automate email sending or SMSs, whether that's reminder to hop on the call or just sending more general information. So we're gonna get started right away. So the first thing you will need to do is try ConvertMate for 30 days for completely free. It has a 30-day refund period. We do charge upfront, but if you don't like it or any issues, we issue a refund, no question asked. Yeah, so that's basically ConvertMate. Once you create your account, you will be emailed your login details, and upon that, you can actually go over here. And once you log into ConvertMate, this is what it will look like. You go to site and then go to forms, and you go to the form builder, and you can see I have many forms inside here. Just press add form and choose from scratch. We do have quite a lot of form templates that you can use, but you don't have to use them if you don't want to. So on the left hand side of the screen, we'll have different options. So when you log in, you can see it will already populate first name, uh, last name, email, phone number, as well as a consent that you can change or remove. This is a drag and drop builder. So if you wanna bring anything, you just basically drag and drop it in, and that's pretty much it. Now, if you want to add custom fields, you can press add custom field, and you can choose, for example, if you wanted to check mark things, you can add check mark options for people to basically choose different things. I'm not going to add this one, but once you add them in, they basically show up here, and you can see if we drag and drop this, it says what is your credit score. If this is something, if this is a question that's relevant for you, you can ask those type of questions and people can click. Anyway, so that's how you make a form, and you press save, and then it is saved. Now once this form is saved, you can integrate it with your existing website, a funnel or a pop-up, or you can even copy the form link and open it up on a unique link inside your account, so you can also just use the form by itself. Anyway, so that's basically how you create the form. If you go on it, you can also get an embed code to put it on a website as an example. So that's the first step on how to create a form and integrate it. The second step is to create a calendar. So if you go over to calendar right here and go to new, and inside this you can select, oops, sorry, that's to book an appointment. We're gonna make a new calendar. So you go to calendars, and then you go to calendar settings right there. And inside this, you will have option to create a new calendar. So if you create calendar, so there is service calendar, simple calendar, round robin calendar, class booking calendar, and collective booking calendar. So these calendars have different functionalities. For most people, it will be simple calendars, which is basically one-on-one meeting, whether physical or online meeting. Round robin is for sales team. Class booking is for when you're having a class. Service calendars are for things like barber shops or massage parlors or whatever, those kind of things. So we're going to just create a simple calendar. Inside this, you write a name for your calendar. You can also add a description, and then you need to write a unique URL. So this can be whatever you like, but yeah, it has to be something unique. For example, rent my home 123. If you're running an Airbnb as an example, you can also choose the duration of how long the meeting will be, what days it's available, what time till what time. You can put the meeting location here, whether it's a link to a Google meeting or a Zoom meeting. You can also put a physical address where the meeting will actually take place. You can also press accept payment if you want to be paid for this. You can select the currency as well as how much you want to be paid. You will need to have a Stripe linked to your account for this to work. You will need to write a description here as well, so just be mindful of that on what the product is. You can also go to advanced setting, which it won't let you do without entering a name. But yeah, that's how you create the calendar. Once you're done, you just press confirm and it will show up in here. Okay, so if I press edit here like this, you can go to advanced settings. You can edit this even more. You can also select the availability of things. You can select the meeting intervals, how often the meeting happens, how long it should be, if there is a notice they need to give, what date range, how far into the future they can book, how many bookings you want per day or per month. The buffer time is how long before or after the call there should be buffer period. Now this is the interesting part about the form. So you remember previously we created a form. So this is where you can select what form you want. So you can select the form we created earlier from this section and press save, and that will basically save that form. Okay, you can also send out acknowledgement email letting them know that their booking was successful and you will get back to them. You can also allow them to reschedule or cancel meeting. You can also do a sync to your calendar. So if you have Google Calendar, you can do a two-way sync, means any changes made on your Google Calendar will appear here, as well as what your email address is. If your email doesn't appear here, that means you need to add an email onto your account by going to settings and going to integrations. And finally, you can customize the look of your calendar a little bit as well. But that's pretty much all you need to know about calendars. If you click on these three dots, you can get share and you can choose how this calendar is utilized. You can copy the scheduling link or the permanent link, whichever works. Both of them work really well. You can send this link to someone directly and they basically pick a time and they answer the questions that you have. So you can see this is a custom form inside this, and the where I have picked it, where that form usually goes is if you go inside edit and you go to forms and payments. This is where you select the form from your account. Now if you want to add this calendar onto a website page, you will need to go to sites and over to any of your website pages. So let's go events, and let's say people are supposed to book in the event in this page. You basically can embed it onto this page, or you can put a link to it inside a button. Okay, so I'll show you what that looks like. Yeah, so if this was going to be, if the form was going to be here, you basically add a form and you select a form and the form is right there if you wanted the form only. If you wanted this to be the calendar, so you just select calendar and you select the calendar from your account, and the calendar will appear here, as you can see. And that's pretty much it. If you want to put the calendar link inside a button, you can also add a button. And inside this button, if you go down all the way to the right, you can see it says link to, and you just say website URL, and you would put the link of the calendar inside there, okay, inside that button. And that's basically how you can create a form, create a calendar, put the form inside the calendar, put it on a website, and the final step is to actually run automation with it. So if we go to automation, you can basically create automation, and we can select a recipe that we have. And let's say this is a webinar registration or confirmation reminders. You can select one of this, and it will have automatically configured a lot of things for you, and you just need to edit things. So if you go to this trigger means what initiates this sequence, and what this initiates this sequence is that, so this trigger is form submitted. So we're not going to do form submitted. We're going to do customer booked appointment. As you can see, add filter, and you need to select in a calendar and identify which calendar. So I'm saying when they book in a calendar, and this is the calendar, then add a tag, and you can choose what the add tag is. You can set the appointment time or the event time if you want here. You can also send them a confirmation email to let them know that they have booked successfully. So in here, you would change it to your name, your email address that should be used to send out email to them, what the subject line is, and inside here, you can actually write what to say inside the email. For example, if you want to say, hey name, you click this button, custom name, and go to contact, and you put their first name, and now it will automatically say, hey, whatever the name is when they book. And when you're done, you can add, so you can see there is wait time before the appointment or after. You actually don't need this one for appointment, so you can actually delete this step because the software will know that someone booked it in a calendar. The final thing you need to do is publish and save. One other pro tip is so make sure you enable re-entry if people want to come back into the sequence again. So if this is a calendar, people can book multiple times, then make sure you enable that option. But once you're done, you save, and that's pretty much it. Okay, so I'm not going to save that one. But yeah, that is the entire process. Watch this video a couple of times, and thanks for staying till the end. I hope this allows you to understand how you can create a form and then have that form inside a calendar, including how to set up the calendar, and then how to put it on a website or share the link of the calendar by itself to someone else. And then finally, how to automate emails or any other, like adding tags or things like that after someone actually books. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Bye.